I'm Kimmy Ayers. Why are people sick and tired of being sick and tired, but they don't know why? People don't realize that there's so many contaminants in a home that could affect them, and they're unaware of it. So I try to educate people on all these things. Let's say you have some bacteria in a home. So where does bacteria come from? People, pets, food. If somebody gets sick, bleeds, has accidents in the home, it just gets in the system. If people have mold in their home, they have viruses that get into their home. So bugs might get in your home and they defecate. That carries a lot of viruses and contaminants. Off-gassing, building materials. Let's see, what else gets into a home? I know there's several. Pollens is another one. Off-gassing, decomp, sewage, things like that. All these things just collect in your home, and they also collect in your system. And it just becomes overwhelming for your body. So when people come to me and they're asking, what's wrong with me? Is there something in my home? I don't see anything. Then, I walk around a home and I see a lot of different things that they're unaware of. A lot of people say, oh, I have a little mildew, it's not mold. I hate to say it, but it's pretty much the same thing. If it's in someone else's home, it's mold. If it's in your home, it's mildew. That musty odor, sometimes a funky odor, the funky odor can be the bacteria. Have you ever gone to a restaurant where they have a carpet and it just has that sour smell? That's from bacteria. If it's dry, it's pollen. So you see in the spring, this fall, especially when you see all that white stuff floating down and the yellow and the green. So it just gets everywhere, which is normal. A little bit gets in your house, it's typical. But then once it gets wet, that's when it turns into mold. So dry is pollen, wet is mold. So you have a little moisture in your home, you have a little water leak. Most homes within 5 years have some type of leak. 40% of homes have had water intrusion. So there's a high probability that that moisture and that pollen can meet and create what I call the Florida flower in your home. And there's a lot of other things in your home that could affect you. So viruses, like I mentioned, dust. A lot of dust that comes in your home is from the pollen. It floats around. Mold floats around. It eats and excretes, and it's pooping in your home. And dust mites. There's 40,000 different types of mites. You have them in your bed, in your pillow. They defecate. I'm sure you love to hear that. And then they reproduce, and you just have this whole ecosystem in your bed you really don't want to know about. Don't think about that when you go to bed tonight. If bacteria comes from people, pets, and food, death houses, so if somebody's passed away in the home, that could create that really bad odor. Let's see. Sulfur sheetrock and pesticide residue. So pesticides are designed to kill bugs, but you get enough of it in your home over the years, and it's enough to take a little bit of a toll on your home. Maybe it's not enough to affect your health, but it can be part of that within that bucket that fills up that bucket of sickness in your body. Petroleum products. So this is one I hate to tell people when they're really sick, because they have fragrances that have the same addictive chemicals put in them that cigarettes do. And so people are addicted to these fragrances. So this is air fresheners, plug-ins, laundry detergents, candles. And when I tell people, if you want to get healthier, get rid of these things, it has not come off very well for many people. But the problem is, to make those fragrances last a long time, they put petroleum in them so that they last. But remember what petroleum oil, that the oil spills in the oceans, what it does to the baby birds, and they have to get rid of that petroleum right away, otherwise it slowly kills or quickly kills them. It slowly can affect us as well, because you spray some perfume, it lands on your skin, it absorbs. You have some air freshener, some central laundry detergent, and your body's just being bombarded physically through the skin. You inhale it, it affects, all these things I'm talking about affect every part of your body. So hair loss, memory, your eyesight could go down, sinus issues, swallowing, your lungs, your heart, your blood, nerves, glands, lymph nodes, your organs, the intestines, your gallbladder, stomach, liver, and liver and kidneys are filters in your body. And all these things accumulate in your system, your body's trying to filter these out, but it gets to a point where it just can't keep up. And they become so congested that you get sicker and sicker and sicker, and you go to the doctors and you're prescribed medication, but medicine doesn't fix poor indoor air quality. So you have to reduce these toxins if you want to feel better. And the American College of Allergies reports that 50% of all illnesses is aggravated by poor indoor air quality. EPA states more than 50% of homes have mold and sick building syndrome, and so asthma is a huge problem with young people and old people, but especially children. Decaying bug carcasses is a huge part of allergies as well, and that the asthma, because those pieces that are floating around can get into your lungs and your system. When you see some dust come out of the AC system and the vents, it's a little bit more than just dust. I hate to tell you, but it's a sign that something is living in your AC system and in your ductwork. Smoking has 3,600 chemicals in it, so if somebody's ever smoked in the place, those chemicals stay. Even with renovation, mold and contaminants and stuff don't just go away. You get rid of it on the surfaces or on the flooring or the ceilings, whatever you're ripping out, but the stuff floating around and going in your AC and ductwork as well, that still lingers and still can affect you. So what I like to do is just make sure people understand a little bit more about what's affecting their health, because the more you know, the better you can make choices to help improve your health. I hope this helps. God bless.